Once upon a time, in a peaceful nature reserve, a ranger named Nathan began his day with an unexpected phone call. His colleague sounded odd, almost like he was joking, but Nathan could sense something was wrong. Curious, he quickly set out for the place his colleague had mentioned, not knowing what to expect. When he arrived, Nathan's eyes widened in disbelief. There, stuck in a tree, was a baby elephant. How could it have gotten there? And why was it so calm, refusing to come down? Nathan called out to the elephant, hoping it would move, but it stayed still. The baby elephant looked almost as if it had climbed the tree on purpose, peaceful and unbothered. Nathan and his colleague stood frozen, wondering what had happened. Had the elephant gotten separated from its herd? Or was something else going on? They tried everything they could think of to get it down. Then, Nathan remembered a team that had used a crane to move a rhino into the reserve. Maybe, just maybe, this could work for the elephant too. Nathan quickly grabbed his radio and contacted headquarters. He was relieved to hear that the team was still nearby and ready to help. After explaining the situation in detail, Nathan convinced them to come assist with getting the baby elephant down. When the team arrived, they brought a large crane, prepared to lift the elephant out of the tree. But there was a problem. Unlike when animals are sedated for transport, the baby elephant was awake and moving, making the operation much harder than expected. Despite the challenge, the team worked together to lift the elephant from the tree. Everyone held their breath as the baby elephant dangled safely in the air. Nathan watched closely, his heart racing, waiting for the moment when the elephant would finally touch the ground. Almost there, he whispered to himself. At last, the elephant was gently set down. But just as the ropes were about to be loosened, something surprising happened. To everyone's surprise, the baby elephant didn't run away in fear. It stayed calm for a moment. Then, with a sudden burst of energy, it ran straight back toward the tree and climbed up again. The rangers watched in total confusion, trying to figure out what had just happened. Why would it climb the tree again after being freed? Nathan stared at the tree, trying to understand, but nothing made sense. While Nathan was trying to make sense of the elephant's strange behavior, another ranger arrived with some shocking news. There had been a break-in at the reserve the night before. This was the last thing Nathan wanted to hear. His mind raced as he rushed to his jeep. Grabbing his tablet, he checked the camera feeds, hoping to find a clue about what had been taken or where the poachers might be. As Nathan went through the footage, his heart sank. The fence was torn down, and a group of poachers had entered the reserve. Nathan felt a mix of anger and fear. Poachers in the reserve meant serious trouble, and he needed answers fast. He called over the other ranger, and they discussed the situation. They both knew something was wrong, but they hadn't seen anything unusual until now. Nathan quickly rewound the camera feed, hoping to track the poachers' movements. The footage showed the poachers getting closer to a herd of elephants. But just as they approached, the elephants scattered, running off in every direction. Nathan thought the danger had passed, but then he noticed something shocking. The baby elephant was still in the tree, and the poachers were getting closer to it. The rangers realized the elephant was trapped, surrounded by the poachers. Nathan's heart sank as he watched the poachers raise torches and spears, scaring the baby elephant. It seemed like there was no way out. Just when things looked hopeless, something surprising happened. The baby elephant's mother appeared. She charged at the poachers, determined to protect her child. The baby elephant, realizing it was in danger, ran back toward the tree and climbed it again for safety. The rangers watched in disbelief as the mother elephant fought fiercely to keep her baby safe from the poachers. It was a moment of pure, powerful instinct, a mother's love in the face of danger. It quickly became clear to Nathan that the poachers had used the baby elephant as bait to capture the mother. They knew the mother would do anything to protect her calf. The rangers watched in helpless silence as the poachers finally captured the mother elephant. With their prize in hand, the poachers left the reserve, leaving behind only confusion and sadness. Nathan stood frozen, pale and speechless. The day had started with an elephant stuck in a tree, and now it had ended with one of the elephants taken. His mind raced as he tried to understand what had just happened. Then, a shocking realization hit him. The baby elephant had kept returning to the tree because it thought the rangers were poachers. It had believed the tree was the only place where it could be safe. Nathan felt a wave of guilt wash over him. A plan started to form in Nathan's mind. He quickly turned to his team and told them they needed to focus on finding the mother elephant. He knew the baby would likely leave the tree if they brought her back. Time was running out, and every second counted. The first step was to contact the police and tell them about the poachers. Nathan called the authorities, and to his surprise, they already had a lead on the poachers. They had been linked to similar crimes at nearby reserves, and the police were eager to help. The sheriff and his team arrived soon after. After hearing Nathan's story, the sheriff explained they had never responded to a break-in so quickly before. They had a new strategy in place, hoping to catch the poachers before they returned. Nathan felt a small spark of hope. Maybe, just maybe, they could find the poachers and save the mother elephant before it was too late. The sheriff had an idea of where the poachers might enter the reserve again, but no one was sure. They decided to set a trap near the riverbank. It was the perfect place because they could block the path and create a barrier. Nathan and his team worked all day, herding elephants and rhinos toward the riverbank. Once the animals were in place, they hid in the surrounding trees and bushes, ready to spring the trap. "Now we wait," Nathan said, his voice tired but full of determination. Hours passed, and the trap was finally ready. They watched the camera feeds on Nathan's tablet, waiting for the poachers to appear. Then, Nathan saw movement on one of the cameras. The poachers were getting close. He pointed it out to his team, and everyone held their breath. As the poachers entered the reserve, the trap was triggered. The sheriff shouted, "Now!" Flashlights flashed, and the poachers were caught off guard. Within seconds, they were surrounded and arrested. It all happened so quickly. The rangers and police cheered, celebrating their success. But just as Nathan was about to relax, a sudden thought struck him: the mother elephant. In all the excitement, he had almost forgotten about her. Nathan quickly led the team to the poachers' camp, hoping to find the mother elephant. His heart raced as they arrived, but the camp was empty. There was no sign of the elephant or the poachers. It seemed like they were too late. Nathan felt a wave of disappointment. Just when he was about to give up, he heard something from behind a cluster of bushes, chains rattling and a low, steady breath. Nathan's pulse quickened. He moved carefully toward the sound, pushing aside the thick bushes. To his astonishment, he found the mother elephant locked in a cage. She was alive. A sense of relief washed over him as he realized they had found her. Nathan signaled to the police, and they quickly worked together to safely transport the mother elephant back to the reserve. They contacted her herd, and soon she was reunited with her family. The baby elephant, once so scared and confused, no longer needed to hide in the tree. It was free, reunited with its mother. Nathan watched in silence, feeling a deep sense of accomplishment as the elephants returned to the safety of the sanctuary. It had been a long, exhausting day, but it was also a victory. The reserve was safe once again, and the elephants were home. Nathan smiled, knowing he had done everything he could to protect them. For the baby elephant, the tree was no longer a place of refuge. It had found its true home. That's all for today. If you found Ciara's story moving, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more heartwarming animal tales here on the Animal World. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.